this video is from the concept people, Rarithlynx, who do a bunch of DBD concepts. You've seen ones for Alien, Predator, Springtrap, stuff like that. They do little custom concepts for chapters that could possibly end up in Dead by Daylight. This one is of Amnesia, and apparently it was extraordinarily well done. So this is gonna be my first time watching it. I know other content creators have reacted to this, but I have not seen it myself. But yeah, make sure, like with all of our videos, you like and subscribe to it. The link's in the Twitch chat or in the YouTube description down below if you're watching this on YouTube. So yeah, let's go into it. Very loud.
Welcome to Dead by Daylight.
Oh, they got Pixel Bush to do it. That's cute.
Return to the castle, pursued by
this is so nostalgic.
Dark, ominous,
oh, I wish they could do something like this.
Force. The halls are familiar, the corridors vast and empty.
How many people are already like, oh my god, not an indoor map? Brother, are they gonna make another indoor map? I don't even want this chapter anymore. How many like whiny, just crybaby DBD community members are probably like, would you really actually want another indoor map in the game? Probably a lot of people.
But the shadow looms over all within, with an unnatural intensity.
Bunker, I still need to play
Your heart
Bunker.
races, sweat drips into your eyes, and your focus wanes.
Dude, Scratch Me Your Eyes on this
Now
map would
succumbing
slap.
to the unknown
That'd be
once
sick.
more,
An atmosphere.
as you delve into madness within the story of Amnesia. We return to that erected monument, Brennenburg Castle.
So beautiful. It was such.
This structure is
nice.
layered with dark corridors. Growths of tendons and fleshy mass permeate through the great halls. Windows of coloured and layered glass, beautifully filtering the moonlight, and decorating parts of the floor in a shuttered dusting, allowing the cold chill of the entity to whistle through these empty rooms.
Really good script.
Bookshelves, desks, and cabinets, all full of an academic's supplies and desires, but nothing to fend off the monster that's within one's own mind.
Actual castle would be great. True.
The new
Look at you,
killer
Borgo.
is the Gatherer.
Ah, so cool.
A creature, twisted and malformed by cruel intent, resides in these vast and maze-like halls. It shambles, barely held together in constant torment and physical pain.
I think there's representation
able
of
to
like the
lash
different
out and
levels
unleash
of the
itself
castle.
upon the tormented survivors in
background.
its path. It would be hard to mistake such a creature for any man, but one can't help but feel sympathy for a fleeting moment. The way its flesh sags, loosely stitched and held together, hand crushed and made into violent, useless claws. They roam Brennenburg, nothing more than a byproduct of a man's pursuits. The Gatherer's power is unraveling sanity.
I like that. That's a
A
good name.
creature that preys on the withering mind, the Gatherer's very presence tests the comprehension of the mind and allows them to manifest a survivor's own fears and succumb to overwhelming odds that could prove nothing more than a brief scare or a violent shock to the heart.
Ooh, that's cool.
With this innate ability, the Gatherer causes survivors being chased by itself or within its terror radius to lose their sanity over a period
Just
of
like the
time.
game.
Once their sanity decays completely, survivors begin to unravel. Their minds now vulnerable to another one of the Gatherer's unique torments.
Oh, that's cool.
Survivors can attempt to counteract this by hiding themselves in lockers, immune to sanity decay there, and slowly regaining their composure.
This is very
the longer they
Doctor-like.
remain inside.
Very, very Doctor-like.
The Gatherer can gain access to its core abilities by holding the power button and readying its wretched anatomy to perform horrifying acts. When ready, the Gatherer writhes and grunts, the pain it endures causing intense suffering, which can then be manifested with summon figments. By pressing the extra ability button, the Gatherer summons 2 figments to appear within a short distance of each survivor, those creations immediately beginning to pursue the closest victim.
Oh, that's scary. I don't like
Figments
that.
have their
That's
own
scary.
smaller terror radius, and cause sanity decay just as the Gatherer does. Upon contact with a figment, the survivor screams and immediately has their maximum sanity reduced as a result. If this would cause a survivor to unravel, or if they are already unraveling, they are injured by the figment. Their own
okay.
fears manifesting into very real, dangerous harm. Figments dissipate after a short time while pursuing a survivor, when they become stunned or are light burned. Summoning
Lightburn's
figments
gone,
has a long
though.
cooldown before it is usable again, once all figments in the trial fade away. Instead of summon figments, tapping the attack button while prepared will allow the gatherer to stumble. A harmless stagger that allows the killer to push past survivors. While seemingly ineffective, it allows the brutish grunt to cleverly strategize and position themselves to unleash their second attack, Thrash. By pressing the attack button again after using Stumble, or holding the attack button to perform Thrash without Stumble, the gatherer throws itself forward violently, swiping its arms wildly at everything in its path for a short distance until it makes contact with the survivor or object. On impact, it begins thrashing around in place, wounding any other survivors nearby.
Like Bubba's Tantrum?
Will also ram the doors away, shattering them and leaving these hiding spaces useless to survivors.
Interesting.
If a survivor is in a locker broken this way, they are ejected out of it and immediately wounded by the attack as a result. The Gatherer comes with 3 new perks. The tune of madness rings through the corridors of stone, and you know it well, using horrific Overture.
It's a good name.
When a survivor would scream, all other survivors within a short distance of them expel their own fright, screaming as well like a contagious fear has invaded their minds.
Interesting.
This perk has a short cooldown before being able to trigger again.
Imagine Doctor with that, that'd be so obnoxious.
Terrible, horrific perfection has formed in your grip, with Scourge Hook to the slaughter.
Ooh.
4 hooks in the trial become Scourge Hooks, synergizing with other hooks of the same type. Whenever you sacrifice a survivor on one of these Scourge Hooks, the auras of each survivor who only needs to be hooked once are revealed to you for a short time.
Oh, interesting.
Allow you to continue your cruel methods. In addition, whenever you cause a survivor to enter the dying state, the hook nearest to you becomes a Scourge Hook for a limited time.
That's useful.
Place that survivor on that hook. Should you fail to, that hook reverts back to its normal state, leaving the machine.
Yeah, this one's interesting. Like the just because if you're a smart killer, you're already keeping track of who's death hook, so that's not really that helpful. It's kind of a beginner perk, but the fact that it can create another Scourge Hook, very good. That I like.
Your physique is horrible and great, an abomination meant not for the eyes of man, nor the minds of the weak. And yet you persist, growing violent as they resist you with Outburst. Whenever you become stunned or blinded, gain notable action speed increase when breaking drop pallets, walls, damaging generators, or vaulting. Your field of vision also expands, your frenzied outburst demanding you to hunt down who are responsible. Or better yet,
this sounds like better Nemesis.
Someone to take it out on.
This sounds like Nemesis, but good.
Lasts for a short period of time,
instead of debuffing the survivor with Oblivious, it buffs you.
For a brief window. With the soles of shoes scuffing the stonework of the castle beneath his feet, a familiar, uncertain man emerges from the dark, wielding an oil lantern. Here stands Daniel.
Does he come with the lantern, like in-game?
Returned to BRENNENBURG Castle, his memory gone and near useless here, but with the primal fear of darkness, and what he's once seen before within it, invading his mind. This time, there would be no escape. Daniel comes with 3 new perks. You've seen the strange developments firsthand, and have made useful notes on survival against them with your adaptive observations.
That sounds like a survivor
Once
perk.
you've seen the killer's aura for a certain amount of time in the trial, this perk activates. While active, you are immune to the blindness and oblivious status effects, and any time you would see the killer's aura, that aura is revealed to you for slightly longer, rewarding your research methods.
Okay.
Your quick thinking and need for survival has fueled your ability to evade danger with Escape Plan. When you are hiding in a locker, and for a brief period after emerging from it, your sounds of pain and breathing are completely silent.
That'd be really good with that on.
No pools of
Quick and
blood.
quiet head on in this perk? Ooh.
Patience and careful action can be rushed in dangerous situations with Hideaway. After remaining crouched for a few seconds, your aura becomes impossible for the killer to see, shrouding your location in mystery.
Oh,
In addition,
not another
you are
distortion
faster at
perk.
performing slow vaults and non-rush hide actions, helping you to keep out of sight of the monsters.
Not
that
immersion
seek you
perks.
out.
Ick. No thanks.
These corridors echo with pain and distress, the madness cascading into a beautiful song meant to lure the maddened
Fitting,
and
but
desperate deeper into BRENNENBURG. Insanity will follow you into your safest of places and only continue to pursue you in the darkest corners of this world and every other,
The dark.
exploiting every possible weakness shamelessly. Overcome these impossible hurdles with the newest chapter concept for Dead by Daylight.
That's pretty good. That's very good. I like that. That makes me want it, like, really badly. Okay, usually they do a teaser for the next one. Ooh, I love the concept part of it's so cool. That's so cool. That looks so cool. I love that. Yeah, look at all the other concepts. That's this like they put an absurd amount of effort into this. Like it's so neat. Oh, look at all the add-ons. That's so neat. I love this. It's also just really nostalgic. So many of us grew up watching like Amnesia playthroughs. So it'd be like almost like the perfect chapter to introduce. Like it really would like make a generation happy. I'm glad our generation was not as annoying about Amnesia as like the FNAF generation is. You know? No, like at least we didn't get like that into it. Like that into it. So the lantern's only in a... I guess that would make sense. Like it'd be kind of like bad or dumb to have a lantern in game. But I thought it'd be cool though. Maybe introduce like a new item or something? Like have the lantern? That'd be sick. I think that would be cool. You skipped a skin? Oh, those guys. Yeah, that's okay. Scary as Amnesia? It was at the time, but I haven't played it since the heyday. You know, like I haven't played it since the heyday, so I don't know if it holds up, honestly. I remember it being scary at the time, but I don't know if it is now. Because you remember, Amnesia was like the game of like the screaming YouTuber era, you know? Oh, it's Homie Redraws. They hang out in Reaper's chat a lot. Now, do they do a teaser like they usually do? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they don't do a teaser like they usually do. That was really, really cool. That was really, really cool. Like I said, it's like I was talking about with like a second ago. Like that was, there was a lot of FNAF kids, but like the generation before that was like the Amnesia kids. Like people would watch PewDiePie and stuff, scream at it. Like, you helped them with giving some audio bits? Did you? Wait, you helped with this, Beach? That's really, really cool. That's really, really cool. That's really, really awesome. You guys are so talented. You guys are so great. Like, you guys have so many talents and stuff that it's always so impressive. I always like hearing about them. Yeah, it's like we're from this, the era before that was kind of like, you know, the screamer YouTubers like PewDiePie playing Amnesia and stuff like that. Yeah, that's like the generation that a lot of us were coming from. So this will be like a really, really nostalgic and lovely thing to like have in the game. And I guarantee it probably, especially with like Amnesia Bunker kind of like revitalizing the series a bit, that it probably wouldn't be too tremendously difficult for Baber to get it into the game. For a few other AM, that's really cool. I didn't know that, Beast. That's really, really cool. Well, thank you for working on these. These are very awesome. So thank you for taking part in them. That's very awesome. Yeah, I would like, I would love, and that's another place that they can go, right? Because people always make the accurate statement and assumption is that like DBD's kind of running out of licenses, right? And the licenses that are left, they kind of can't get for one reason or another. So like obviously a place they could go in a vacuum for that is like indie horror games, like in indie titles, like stuff like FNAF, stuff like Amnesia would be like the next reasonable place to go, right? And a lot of us would like jump for joy for that, even if it wasn't like a big movie name. Like a lot of us that were, you know, around and present for those would jump for joy, and everybody who didn't recognize it like they would a big movie name, they'll just think it's another original chapter anyway. Pay for the Barbie license? No. Yeah, I think that, you know, this would be great, and I hope they do start targeting more like indie horror giants and stuff like that for their IPs, instead of just only going the route of like movies and games so far. So, yeah.